Okay.
All right, you got something to say?
What do you got to say, Justin? How's that burrito?
Look, there's a sandwich vacuum on Mondays, okay? I was trying to get sandwiches for the crew. I tried La Bella Sandwich, closed on Mondays. Bear Steak, closed on Mondays.
Churrasqueiras are also closed on Mondays.
They funnel down to Lambo's Deli. Now I go down to Lambo's Deli. They're sold out because they're the one sandwich spot left in the city that's open.
What about the Federal on Dundas?
I can't go there.
that's
The
not-
guy from the Arkells goes there. He might see me and blow me off, and then I'll
Blow you off.
he'll big time me, and I'll get all sad for the rest of the day.
That's not a takeout sandwich place.
You know the drill.
Federal?
Is it?
No, it's like a brunch place.
Yeah, you got to sit in there.
I saw
They
him
do
eating a
eggs.
sandwich, like sitting by the window.
I mean, they make sandwiches.
Do you have a coffee? Is he dunking his donuts?
Is he dunking the
Is it-
sandwich?
Did he dunk?
Is he a dunker?
Is he a dunker?
I bet he would dunk.
You think he'd dunk? I don't know.
He looks like a
I don't know.
dunker.
What I'm saying is, we need to open a Monday only sandwich place in Toronto.
All
Yes.
right.
Alrighty. Welcome to the Portugal Corner, the podcast where we talk about all things Portuguese soccer, the good, the bad, and the funny. It's episode 137. I am Evan.
I'm Patrick.
Justin.
Chris.
Heyo, what's poppin'?
Nothing. We're just, we're famous now. We got
Yep.
that-
Yeah,
got
we
that
kind of
famous-
blew up.
Yeah, we got that magazine.
Millennial Stadium magazine. We got a feature in there.
Yeah, all the sponsored stuff's rolling in now. So it's
Yeah,
nice.
it's been a crazy few days for us.
Can't stop the requests. They're just rolling in.
I can't-
Patreon's blowing up. We're millionaires.
I can't really walk the streets anymore.
Yeah.
People are you the guy from the magazine? And I say, yeah, that's me.
Yep.
You want a picture? Okay. He asked me, where can I get a good sandwich around here?
Today?
I'm not Justin. So
Yeah.
You got me mixed up with the other guy.
The other guy will give you all the Sanders info.
Our voices are similar. We are brothers, so
Yeah.
it's easy to get us mixed up. Our mother was kind of upset that you said we feel like cousins and we're not actually cousins. I guess that got translated into the
I don't
article
know.
wrong.
What did you write?
You told him we're not cousins?
We are cousins.
We're cousins.
We-
We don't
predicate-
lie to the people.
We predicate this entire podcast on being two sets of brothers and all cousins.
Brother cousins. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe it's a translation. I don't know how it came out.
Yeah, it was too hard to get into the translation.
And you said that I played in a band that did pop punk music.
You should have said Scott. That would have been funnier.
That's drastically incorrect.
Chris
Damn.
is playing a
It's not
reggae
that far
band.
off.
Yeah, it's not that far off, but
What is it more?
for my people,
Punk?
that's off, man.
I just always
what
call
do-
it rock and roll.
Yeah.
If you got a guitarist and a drummer, that's rock and roll.
That's rock and roll, baby.
Rock and roll. That's how you want to call
Yeah.
it. Call it.
Yeah, sure.
It's better than pop
You know
punk.
what? It's funny. It's a funny
Yeah.
story.
Pop punk is like a slur to these people.
That's like Blink-182 or Green Day or something. Like, I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not in a whiny band.
You don't have one song that goes oh like that or anything.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, right?
No.
That's
You should
what
put in more of
That's what I
those.
think pop punk is.
Yeah.
Yeah. High pitched voice, I guess.
Kind of emo-y stuff. Like, we're sad, but for other reasons.
Yeah.
you know?
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
Okay. My apologies.
No. We have more problems with what you said actually too. We're gonna go down the list. No, I'm
Damn.
just kidding. I just wanted to welcome. If we have any new listeners, this podcast is completely in English. If you're expecting
Sometimes
something
bad
different-
Portuguese.
Yeah, if you're expecting anything different, I'm sorry, but welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
Guys, it's Pep's birthday today. He's 41.
Wow.
Damn.
I like when he played the Champions League game last week. They had to say he's 40 and all the days he was just to emphasize like how old he is. They can't just say like he's almost 41, guys. He's like
41
a week away
next week,
from 41.
yeah.
He's like a newborn baby.
Yeah.
He's 14 months old.
40 years and 358 days.
Essentially.
I like at the end of that game, Rio went up to him, Rio Ferdinand, and he was like, "How are you still doing this?"
Yeah. And Pepe is
How
like,
are you
I don't
doing it?"
understand you, brother.
He said, "I'm still strong."
Another sad news. Artur Jorge passed away last week. Man, mustache icon.
The man, the myth, the legend. One of the
Oof.
first characters of our podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legend. Yeah, we were amazed by that mustache.
Mustache days.
It's like 2 inches tall.
Yeah, I know. How does he get it there?
The man looks like a disguise.
Yeah. It's interesting. He was like a big Benfica player, but a like very prominent Porto coach.
Mm-hmm.
He flip-flopped.
He
There's
did it all.
There's no allegiances in business, man. You know.
No. Look at him. He's a gangster with that bucket hat on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the jacket. I would love that jacket.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like a pullover.
Classic
It's
Adidas.
so-
We're looking at the Artur Jorge circa 1980s.
Yeah.
In his blue bucket hat and blue Adidas track shirt. I
And
don't know what that
we'll
is.
repost this on social media.
Oh, we've posted this in the past, but yeah, I'll throw it back up.
I think it's a famous picture.
Very famous.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to him. R.I.P. Did you guys hear about this weird tournament that's happening? It's like a non-pro tournament, but Nani created a team. Bruno Alves is on his team. And Ricardinho, the futsal player, is joining. That's like a 7v7 tournament.
Ooh, is it a futsal?
No, it's like soccer.
It's a
Outdoor,
smaller
small
field?
Yeah, I guess so.
That seems like wild because you just said it's non-pro though.
Yeah,
But I guess if you're a former pro, that doesn't matter.
I guess so.
If you're a former pro, you're not pro anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's where Nani's still playing in Turkey, though. Maybe.
We should know.
We don't know what's going on in Turkey.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this tournament either. Apparently, Balotelli's in it too. I don't,
Sick.
it's the Wild West.
Interesting.
Speaking of characters, yeah.
All right, well, move on to the footy.
Let's go.
All right, Champions League. Porto triumph over Arsenal in the Champions League, and despite a single goal coming from Galeno in the 94th, the Dragons outplayed the Gunners for most of the game with one 40-year-old center back and one fresh from Famalicão. Arsenal couldn't handle us.
Surprising.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty confident. I was like, Arsenal will beat this little Portuguese team. But I don't know how I couldn't predict that Arsenal would shit the bed in this one.
Well, they're at home, I guess, right? First leg.
Yeah.
But you always got to think like Porto plays up in the Champions League and then Arsenal plays like down to their opponent.
Yeah, yeah.
And
They did well, Porto, yeah.
just impressive that Porto can have that. We've watched them for years. I mean, the Juventus draw,
Yeah.
trying to think other games where it just always seems like they're in it. They're not gonna
fight.
just roll over, especially in these knockout rounds.
They do a bit of their shithousery too, though.
Atletico, I think there was always tough matches against them. They never got blown away by anyone.
But
really.
even last year against Inter, it was 1-0. It was literally a 1-0 difference for the two games. So,
Yeah.
like, if we can do that to Arsenal this year, fuck yeah.
I think Arsenal's still in a good place. They're going to play the next game at home. It's like still like 3 weeks away.
yeah,
It's like, yeah.
We're
And they're
gonna
killing it in Premier League.
2-0 gets them the win. 3-1 gets them the
Yeah.
win.
We're going to score
Even if
on
they get
half
1-0,
from
go to
them.
extra time, see what happens.
Nah, we got Otavio back there. This guy's a killer.
I know, yeah. You guys are solid there.
Fuck, man. From, like, nothing to just a stacked back line. Pep.
Yeah, he really changed things, yeah.
Pep, slightly broken brain. We'll get into that later, but, like, we're killing it.
You're killing it. You're,
Yep.
You're killing it.
In Europe.
so you don't
Otavio's
have to
changed
see-
everything.
You don't have to see for Fabio Cardozo on the back line anymore. You're happy about that?
I mean, yeah, if we don't
This
need
is
him.
the emergence of Otavio. Less Steven Eustáquio. You're seeing more Varela. We're seeing more. Who else is in that
Nico.
midfield now?
Nico.
Nico.
Varela had a great game. He
Varela
they looked
always
great.
has a great
Yeah,
game.
he's been
Varela's
playing well.
fantastic. He's the new Enzo, the better Enzo.
Yeah, maybe you'll keep him a little longer.
Yeah, you've been trying to push that narrative since you guys bought him, right?
Yep.
I remember in what was it, August? You said, "Guys, is he
The
the new
next-
Enzo?" Just slightly kind of putting it out there for us to comment on. Is he the new Enzo?
Think he is. But Galeno with a beautiful finish, top of the box, curled in. Arsenal caught flat foot. They fell asleep. They're like 94th minute. Oh, this game's not going anywhere.
I
Yeah.
almost fell asleep. I gave up right at the end. I stopped
yeah.
watching.
The play was pretty shitty leading up to this goal.
Yeah.
Then
didn't-
I saw him get that space and he was running a bit. I was like, he's going to fucking hit it. And it went right in, yeah.
He hypnotized them.
Yeah, the ball kind of like it lands at Galeno's feet, then it kind of gets cleared to the back, then they bring it back up to Galeno, and Then the shot goes, and I'm like, my first thought was like, what the fuck is that goalie standing there
Oh,
for?
yeah.
He's like standing in a place where he can easily get like just kind of lobbed or like put it around his reach. It didn't seem like good goalie positioning.
It didn't seem like, Reyes seemed like he's a little bit out of the net.
And it
You
didn't
have to like
even,
reach back for it.
didn't even seem like a screamer of a shot. It was
No.
just bent around nice.
Yeah.
Placed,
Yeah.
curled, tucked.
Well placed. Otavio, I think, set that up for him too. I think he got the assist on that.
Oh, wow.
Guy does it all.
Guys everywhere.
He's young, he's fast, he's strong. He's unstoppable.
Since we're talking about Otavio, we might as well keep talking about Otavio. And what is it with Porto and like?
Guy's name Otavio?
Yeah, no, just like they
From
want
Brazil?
duplicates of names. They don't want
Doubles. They
If
want
you-
doubles,
Doubles,
of the
they
right
like
back.
doubles of everything.
They want to stick with the same names.
Yeah,
I want to see Hulk too.
Falcao too.
More Falcons, yeah.
they got they got multiple sounds.
Multiple peps.
Multiple peps.
One Otavio leaves. Like, we need another Otavio back in here.
Fill that gap.
Pep, yeah.
Benfica hold on against Toulouse in a 0-0 draw. Very exciting. Anything happen in this game?
This game was horrible.
Horrible.
This is almost unwatchable.
Schmidt said, fuck it, we got that one goal up. Let's just hold.
Yeah, kind of bizarre. I mean,
I did see first 10 minutes Rafa had gloves on.
mm-hmm.
And then 10-minute mark, he took the gloves off.
Oh,
I said the gloves are coming off.
okay.
It was still pretty shit. Nothing much happened.
You should have kept them on.
He should have maybe kept the gloves on. I don't know.
His hands were a little cold, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They were in France or in Portugal?
This game was in France, and apparently,
Toulouse.
I don't know if it's Benfica fans or the French fans, but starting some shit, apparently. Leaving some bars in some distress, some mess. Never good, but
Probably the Benfica fans.
yeah. Well, these are some things that happen at away games, I guess.
People get rowdy.
Yeah.
They go to the city. They're like, "Fuck this city.
Yeah.
Let's damage some shit."
I don't live here.
I don't like that kind of attitude, but I do like a little bit of rowdiness, and I saw there's some flares. Obviously not throwing the flares, but I like. What do you think of a little flares, a little
Yeah.
rowdiness in the crowd?
I
Chris?
like it. Yeah, you need a little bit of an element of danger. I think.
Oh, you think there should be danger?
A little element of danger. Yeah, it makes things more exciting.
Yeah, a little scary.
Not really,
You
not really for the scariness or the danger, but I like some
It's just
rowdiness.
elements of danger.
Okay.
There's no actual danger.
Okay.
What about threats? You like threats?
No, not threats. I don't like threats.
These guys can get a little scary. Yeah.
In terms of the game, then, yeah, it was just kind of like we got through it, right? They didn't score.
Yeah. I just want the tie. Whatever. Get out of there.
Let's
But-
just move, right?
But it's like if we keep playing like this next round. Oh, it's Rangers. Actually, we know.
Yeah.
But like we can't keep this up.
No, you can't keep this up. And then Sporting, they win their tie, and they're going through to next round. And I wonder if, like, maybe for the league, the best thing to happen would have been for us to get eliminated and Sporting to stay in deep. Because, I mean, we all really want the league. I mean, the Europa League. Here's the thing about the Europa League. If we don't make the final, it seems like an entire waste of time with the Europa League. Last year, if we had made it to the semifinals of Champions League, that's very exciting for us. Wow, we're in the semifinals. That doesn't happen all the time. With Europa League, if we're not in the final, it's like, what do we do all this shit for?
You're
Yeah.
wasting your resources.
Yeah, what the hell did we work all this way for?
It's not like a legendary run in the Europa League. Like who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Getting
So,
stretched too thin.
And we're just like beating Toulouse and Rangers.
yeah,
It's like cool. The history.
right. So we're going to face Rangers. A lot of fans kind of wondering where we're at. And I just think, like, I don't know. We're not peaked yet, and you want to peak at the right time, and it's coming up for us. So
You're
we'll
saving.
see.
You're saving the peak. You're edging.
Edging.
We're edging, if you will.
You
Yeah.
got to go up against Big Bad Fabio Silva in this next round.
I don't want to edge. I want a goon. I want to get gooning.
Well,
I
slow and steady.
I wish there was an Arsenal game to jump into next.
Right.
Sporting tie the Young Boys. Gyökeres scores a goal, but also shows that he is human. He misses a penalty. And they tie 1-1.
Hey,
But they're still through.
a guy that's been playing that good all season. What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets the pass for that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just the young boys.
If you ever want him to miss a penalty, it's in that round.
Yeah.
Right? Later on, now he's refocused. He's like, I can't take this penalty lightly. I got to blast this top corner. Or however he thinks.
As he should always.
Yeah, they were up at least 3-0, maybe 4 at that time. Braga dropped the Quora bag. As 3-2 does not allow them to progress after their first game ends 4-2. Roger Jallo and Banza score. Braga comes back after Korbag red, but they fight back in extra time. That was just a sad game.
That was so depressing to watch that game.
Man.
There's 2 guys carded, 2 red cards. They couldn't come back.
Well, they did come back, and then they still let fucking Korbag score.
With 2 guys down.
Yeah.
They don't deserve to be there.
No, they don't.
No, that's not good. Brother, brother. What's that, brother? Don't like that.
Yeah, that's, I don't even know. What are you saying about Braga?
What say you?
They had everything to beat them. They were in the extra time. That's when we started tuning in, or at least I did. And then from there, they just give the opportunity to go the other way, get scored on. It's over.
And Bonza scoring, too.
Bonzo's back.
It's crazy. I don't fucking mess that up.
I can't believe this.
That crowd was big. The crowd was fierce. You know, the 12th man.
This was in Azerbaijan, right?
Yeah, lots of elements.
Tough place to go to.
Lots of elements of danger.
Yeah.
In Azerbaijan.
Yeah,
They do always say that Azerbaijan's a tough place to play. That
Yeah.
It's always been said throughout history.
Yeah, it's the furthest place to go to.
Just fucking far.
Because they don't have any fields. All right. Is it for Champions League? I don't know. Is there anything else? I don't think so. In terms of Portuguese teams.
Yeah.
All right.
Portuguese team, just Europa League, brother. Oh,
Yep.
and Porto in the Champions, yeah.
Yeah.
They're leading the charge on that
Let's go.
on that coefficient there. You're a big coefficient guy.
Hey, everyone's leading the charge on the coefficient. All your wins count the same.
It's all the same, yeah.
Doesn't matter if you win in the Champions League or win in the Conference League.
yeah. So you have to cheer for Porto now. For the coefficient, do it for the coefficient.
I don't cheer for no coefficient.
I think we jumped up in the coefficient too. I think we're like either up in like fifth.
We should be
or-
ahead of the Dutch, no matter what.
Yeah.
We need to be chasing down the French because, I don't know.
yeah, we just there for a while.
We just beat Toulouse.
That's one down. Thank you for listening to the pod. Just a reminder, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe wherever your podcasts. Back on YouTube. Check it out there. Take some time to leave a rating and review. Tell your friends. Spread the word. Portugal Corner. We're in magazines.
Yeah, pick up the, what was it called again? Pick up the
Millennial
Millennial
Stadium.
magazine.
Yeah.
We're also on Palma Radio, Palma Talk, Portuguese language.
Yeah,
No, not Portuguese
If
language.
your friends don't have access to podcasts, tell them to go to Palma Talk.
Palma Talk.
So we're in print, radio, and podcast.
We're
Yes.
killing it.
And you can come see us live in this basement. There's a couch over there. You can sit and watch in the corner with your little dick in your hand.
Yeah. But you have to buy us beer or wine.
Yes,
You must buy us beer or wine.
that's part of the deal for
And
admission.
and you better shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
You don't say a goddamn word.
You don't get a mic.
You can giggle and that is it.
We also have
Laugh at all our jokes. Yes.
we also have a TikTok, right? If you want to see us in video form,
Yeah, sometimes.
sometimes
I mean, it's there.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Video, TikTok. We don't use that, do we?
Not
we
in a
have
while.
once. We have once.
And we will again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We will.
We're also on Patreon. Join us there. Small subscription service. Nice give back to us for doing the show. If you're into that kind of stuff, we appreciate it. It's like $3 a month, something like that. Canadian, which like if you don't live in Canada, that's pennies.
It's like $1.
Yeah, you can lose that just by sneezing. But yeah, we usually do an after show and just extra content there.
You can't even get on the bus for $3.
Not anymore.
What is it? $3.25?
Something like that, yeah.
I think it's $3.75. But now you can get on the bus and then go on the GO train and then go on the Mississauga Transit and then go on the Brampton Transit. All one thing.
One transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
No way.
Hey, I don't want people to think we're out of touch people who just talk about the TDC. We don't even use it. It's $3.35. Okay, I'm a man of the people.
$3.35.
I
Why
know
is
how much. I know how much I'm not paying when I jump on the college streetcar. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't paid for the streetcar in a while.
So I gotta get a quarter and a dime?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You
I
need
think they want you to
four
just.
different coins: toonie, loony, quarter, dime.
I think they want you to just pay $3.50 because they don't give you change on the machine. So they're just like, yeah, maybe they
But
go
also,
over.
now you can tap with literally your like credit card or your debit card.
Yeah.
So you have no excuses.
That's right. No excuse to pay.
I don't like
You
that.
can even use your Subway gift sandwich
Your
gift card.
Starbucks, boop. Punch your card.
The stamps.
And they have the TDC punch card. 9 rides, 10th one's free. Punch that.
Is that true?
No. Should be true.
Could have fooled me.
I'm running for mayor on that platform.
Who's gonna punch it?
Bus driver.
Bus driver.
Bus driver.
Aruca banged 3 goals against Famalicão, despite Cadiz opening the scoring against the Armada. Mojica scores the winner in the 64th. Gustavo Sa also bends a nice one in there. Little Gustavo. But
Great
yeah,
game.
a lot of goals.
I think I said this was gonna be a great game last week.
You did.
You did, and it was.
I think it lived up to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're freaking genius.
Yeah. Well, it's the freaking Spanish Armada, man. They're killing it.
Yep.
Crystal Gonzalez. Mojica.
On the opposite side, I said worst match of the week. Don't watch Vizela Estoril 3-3 tie. 6 goals in this fucking game.
Well, whatever we say turns to gold.
No, not me. Mine's always the opposite. Any prediction I have is wrong. Down 2-0. Estoril score 3 goals from the 83rd on, but Vizela will get the last laugh as they score in the 95th to tie the game.
We got to get you on a betting app. So then we take your picks, and then me, Chris, and Patrick just do the opposite.
the
Fill us
opposite.
in on the
Yeah,
opposite.
that's the way to do
And we're
it.
just making bank.
Everyone's a winner.
And if Evan
Except for
says
Evan.
cash out, don't cash out.
Yeah. Always wrong. Always wrong. But yeah, great game there. Rainy day. It's a rainy weekend. It seems like every weekend is rainy in Portugal right now.
It's rainy season.
Yeah.
February, March, rainy season.
Yeah.
It was sloppy up there.
Yeah.
Guimarães buckle against the mighty Casa Pia. Pablo Roberto turns into a prime R9 to put the Lisbon club up by 2. He just made that goalie look like a fool.
That
Put
was
him on his
incredible.
ass.
Embarrassing.
I thought I was the one who said, I'm like, this looks like a Ronaldo goal. Like the way he just deked out the goalie.
Yeah.
Then he held it. He didn't shoot it immediately. Then he let the defender pass him. And then he's like, now I'm going to put it in the net.
Yeah,
And
he
calmly-
embarrassed that goalie. That goalie's wife left him after that, I think, actually, yeah.
Yep. And I think his kids emancipated themselves too.
Yeah, man. It's
damn.
not going well for him after that goal.
Yeah. And that's just the beginning.
He ruined that guy's life?
Yeah, he ruined his whole entire life.
Damn.
He's doing crack now.
He's gone. Who was their backup keeper? Who's the old Benfica guy? Is it Varela? He had the day off. Guimarães?
Over Guimarães? Yeah, where's
Yeah.
Varela? Sometimes he just goes away and then comes back.
Took some time off.
Yeah.
He left at the right time.
Yeah, apparently. How we feeling about Guimarães? I thought they were in the running, but now they're falling apart.
It was just a bad weekend.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey,
We'll get
now
back
with-
to pace.
It'll be tough for them to take 4th. I don't think they will. But they got 5th place locked down. I mean, now that Braga's out of the Europa League, they can just focus on one set of games. I think they'll be able to maybe even catch Porto. We'll see. But before we get to the big teams, I just want to ask about these other teams. I have a hard time wrapping my head around like who is good and who is bad. Vizela I know is bad.
Every
Right?
week is different, man. Every week is different. Vizela, I think, is a bad team this year.
Yeah. They're near the bottom, right?
But Estoril, they're a good team?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Arauca's good. Estoril's good.
They made the League Cup final, but they haven't been doing well since they played that final.
Right. Surprisingly, Moreirense is good, and they just came up, right?
Yeah.
And
before they
Forense is doing pretty decent, but they've kind of fallen off lately.
They're mid-table, yeah.
Yeah, Moreirense is in 6th place. I don't think I've talked about them in like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't even know who's on that team.
Ooh.
Just
a sleep-
secretly winning.
A sleeper team.
Yeah.
Aruca started off bad. Now they're doing pretty good.
Okay, but Estrela Amador is in the hunt, but then Rio Ave, and we can start talking about Rio Ave Sporting. Rio Ave is not very good. They're kind of in that third relegation spot battle, and they've drawn Porto and Sporting.
Yeah.
They've only lost one game
Hey.
in the last 5.
They're up for it.
Jesus, man.
So Sporting and Rio Ave, 3-3.
Woo!
Crazy.
Goals galore. A lot of reffing issues there. Sporting fans were mad about Trincão getting kicked in the box. They were mad about
He got
Adan
kicked in his box?
Frango just fucking flailing out there on the edge of the box, giving away penalties like an idiot.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Whenever the goalie does that and the guy kicks it past the goalie first, you're like, usually the guy kicks it so far past the goalie, I'm like, he's not getting that. You know what I mean? Why fouling him? It looks like he almost kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah.
You can never be too sure.
No, you can't.
You gotta take him out.
You gotta take him out.
You gotta spear him.
You gotta take him out with a spear.
Like Goldberg. But yeah, Sporting, man, Rio Ave came out in the 3rd minute with Mbalo. He scores right away. Boom.
Yeah.
Great
Nice goal. Yeah,
Nice goal.
Good shot.
They reply through the Scandinavians. Hulmand and Gyökeres both score. And then they're up 2-0 before the half ends. Aziz tied it up. He's back.
Boom. Aziz is back, boys.
Yeah. Rio Ave,
Aziz.
it was the defense was sloppy all around, I'd say, in this game. And like I don't know, was maybe partly the conditions or something. Like
It's a bit of a slop fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Sloppy field, sloppy play.
yeah.
Rainy season.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? The center back on Rio Ave, terrible back pass, like just teed it up for
Oh,
Gyökeres.
yeah. Gyökeres smashed that.
I mean, kudos to the finish; it was beautiful.
And they're up north too. They're like up at Villa de Conde. You know, Fabio Contron's having a great weekend out there with the boats, all that rain. It brings the guppies.
Is it good fishing?
Oh, it brings the guppies up to the top, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know anything
You don't
about
want to catch
fishing.
guppies.
Did you make that up?
I don't know nothing about fish, man.
Just how to eat it.
Barely that. But Sporting came back, black jerseys again. Nice touch.
Back in
nice
black.
touch.
Back in black.
Back to black.
They kind of have to, I guess, because the white ones would be not matching the Rio Ave's green and white, right?
They
There's
were
too
just-
much white.
they're like-
They had to go black.
They're like, oh, we were waiting for this Rio Ave game. We need a different jersey. We can't bring our usual shit over there.
They made this jersey just for Rio Ave.
Yeah,
Well, you know what they say, once you go black.
never go back.
Mm.
Yeah.
But black does crack. For them.
This game?
Yeah.
Coates scores to put them up, and then the last Frango giveaway penalty, and it's tied 3-3.
I tell you what, man, the way this game went, I think Sporting are lucky they didn't lose.
Oof.
Rio Ave had a lot of chances to score.
They did. There was a very big number of chances. Then Coates had to play forward at the end to try and get that other goal. He got one.
Classic.
They were trying
Coates.
again. And I thought that, like, you know, the way the game was going, I don't know where I'm going with that.
They could have lost.
No.
Lost.
It's anyone's game.
Once
Well,
it
at
was-
3-3, it was like the 75th minute.
I thought they had
saw
time to score.
So much time for them to win it, for Sporting to win it.
My initial reaction when Rio Ave went up, I was like, I got to go on the betting app. I got to bet Sporting to come back and win.
Yeah. I thought they were going to get the winner.
Yeah.
Sporting's been so on lately that I just thought once they went down 1-0, I mean, I was excited, definitely was excited, but then I was like,
Little
it's
excited.
more likely this game's going to end 4-1 Sporting than
Yeah.
anything else. And it was just a tough one, all in all.
Well, it's even their like immediate response with the first goal. It was like 6 minutes later. They're a tie game. Let's go.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
They
Bring
have
it.
Good attackers. They could always believe they can score.
And they should.
Mm-hmm. So at the end of the game, were they like, did they get a lot of chances, Sporting, to win it? Because I couldn't really watch.
They had a couple. I don't know. I remember more the Rio Ave chances, I guess.
Oh, okay. So they were
Yeah.
pushing maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
Sporting fans felt like they got robbed a little bit with that red card in like the 91st. They check the VAR, they do the thing with the card, wait for the guy to leave the field. They didn't add any additional time on that.
It is a little suspicious when the ref ends right when it goes 4:59 to 5. Like, that
Yeah.
never happens in football
Yeah.
no matter
He
what.
couldn't wait to finish the game.
Yeah, it was like...
He was cold. It was cold and wet out there.
Yeah, he wanted to go get into the dressing room, get out of there.
His
Yeah.
socks was wet,
Socks was wet. His nips
Soggy.
were out. Yeah.
pointing rock hard,
Yeah.
diamond cutters. But yeah, overall, entertaining game. Great Sunday in general. Just lots going
There's
on.
too much soccer to
Yeah,
watch.
it's a little too much. Let's rein it back a bit.
Today, Bonza, he's back again, scoring. He gets a brace. Zalazar gets one, and Abel Ruiz remembers how to score now that his striking buddy is back.
See, this is what I'm saying. Now that they don't have to think about Cara bags or other kind of bags, any of them,
Tea bags, yeah.
they're gonna roll for a little bit, I think. Except against the big teams, they'll just crumble like they always do, like a pack of walnuts or something. What crumbles?
No, yeah, walnuts do not play soccer well. You're
What's
right.
what crumbles?
Walnuts don't crumble at all. It's really hard to crumble a walnut.
What crumbles?
Apple crumble?
Cookies.
Bunch of cookies.
I like it though. Like we'll start calling guys walnuts. I think.
Okay.
I like where you're going with this.
All right.
Poly walnuts.
But yeah, Abel Ruiz had all the time to like lead this striking line while Bonza was gone. I think he scored 1 goal in that month and a half.
He didn't steal the job away.
He didn't.
Bonza's seat was there ready for him when he came back. Like, right back in it.
Couldn't live up to the name.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what it is, guys? The no drinking. That's why I'm off today. It's the no drinking.
Hey, I think you're doing great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thanks for the support.
I like the walnut stuff.
Yeah.
Benfica come out swinging, but only at the start of the second. They swing hard. Rafa hits a Travella, followed by Neres, Di Maria, and then Rafa again to make it 4-0. Koch picks up 2 assists, and Portimonense goes down easy.
They crumbled like a walnut.
It took us a while for it to crumble down like a walnut.
Yeah, first half was tough. It looked like another like what are we doing here kind of performance.
Yeah, no striker, no King Arthur. People would prefer even King Arthur to be there.
I hate when they play with no striker.
Yeah,
and
like
in the
Rafa,
second half,
false 9 sort of.
yeah, because that's not his position. I don't think it's very effective at all. In the second half, I was like, you got to take off Kokshu, pull Rafa down to the behind the striker position, then put in an actual striker. And boy, was I wrong about that. And I'll say when I'm wrong. Kokshu apparently had a master class. He does need to play in a less defensive responsibility position, I feel like.
No, he can't be in the middle. He has to be more forward behind the striker.
He's the number 10.
Yeah, number 10. He's wearing number 10. He plays like a number 10.
He should. And he had that. What did we pay all this money for him, right? To play like that. So I think that's great. He found Otamendi in the first half for that nice opportunity, that little pass there. So he does have some vision. I've been killing him all year. And I still am going to kill him because I think we should expect more. But today was great. Perfect through ball for the Neres goal. That was amazing.
Why do you gotta hate on Kokshu so much?
Why?
Yeah. If his name was Andre Gomes, would you fight for him more? Would you stick up for him?
Oh, I think he's the best player I ever saw.
Prejudice.
A little bit. How about Rafa with his fucking outside foot, his Travella? He's implementing it more and more, and he's doing it perfectly.
You can just score so easily, These boys got to keep it fresh or keep it exciting.
Changing it up.
I think he had to do it for that goal. I think it was the only way that goal was scored.
Nice.
Nakamura was on, as he always is against us. For some reason, guy plays outside his mind against us. He's a good goalie.
He was making some
Great
saves.
goalie.
I don't rate him that much. But
I think he needed to change the angle of that shot so that it would fool up the goalie, and it blew right past him.
Very
So
nice.
Rafa with the Travella.
But how about the pass to Di Maria with the Travella? That was nasty.
That was nasty too. That was nasty.
Another nasty moving on again to Neres with the nasty.
Oh yeah,
He killed that goalie.
Big nasty.
he killed that goalie, and Kokshu found him with the. That's what
What Kokshu does.
That's what Kokshu does. He
no one
finds
else
him.
can do that.
But Neres was probably one of the only players on the team who would be strong enough to pass that defender and then keep the ball for himself in that attack. You know what I mean? So that one had to be Neres on the end of that, I think, as well.
Neres is amazing. I love having him for this end of the season stretch. I think he'll be key.
I think he'll be key, and he's the one who got subbed off for Di Maria instead of Di Maria. Di Maria played the full 90.
He demands playing the full 90.
In a blowout.
Yeah.
I think even Schmidt realizes, hey, let's pull off Neres. He was a key focal point towards the end of last year. He's going to be a key again this year. So
and
let's
he just came off the injury. We want to save him.
Let's save him. And Thiago Vea came on and set up kind of a goal. Passed to Kokshu. Kokshu found Rafa. Rafa banked it in.
That was a nice one too. Yeah, that was assist by Kokshu.
The defensa was good. João Neves didn't really have to be anything special, but he always, does his job and plays well, I think.
Yep. Antonio Silva had a great game. He got applause at the 4th minute for losing his grandfather.
Yeah.
For,
yeah. And João Neves had the same on the 87th.
mm-hmm.
Congratulations to them.
No, I mean, it's a nice moment. Benfica fans really appreciate their players.
They show it out.
Yeah.
As they should. It builds a connection, camaraderie with the players. Even if we only have them for a couple of years, they'll, as Jose Mourinho said, they're our boys. They will always be my boys. They are our boys, that kind of deal.
My boys.
Boys.
It's
Yes.
like a family.
Exactly. João Mario, second game not starting on the wing, and I think that's perfect. I think he's finally found.
It was okay. It was better.
It was better.
Yeah.
And that's where he needs to stay. And if he shows up on the wing again, I'm
No,
not
it
gonna
won't
be
be
happy.
I think Ba hasn't been that great since he came back.
Ooh, controversial.
Is that controversial?
I don't know. I think he's an upgrade from Arsenis for sure. I'd rather have him in there.
I kind of like Arsenis.
Going into Sporting and Porto, what do you want to see? Like I want to see Carreras and Ba.
I don't think he's ready.
You think Carreras will get
for
steamrolled
Port.
by Sporting?
I think we'll see Moratu again on left back because I think when we have to defend a lot, he wants like an actual defender back there.
I agree. I
And
think
Carreras hasn't been very good defensively,
yeah.
and he's just coming into the team still.
I know. I guess I'm just kind of dreaming. I'd like a good a new Grimaldo or something rather than Morata. We've seen what Morata can do, and
You just want
it's not great.
speed
Yeah.
back there.
Or maybe he wants to take it to him and put Arsenis on the left and like just go attacking on the
Yeah.
left back.
I think
I don't know. He
someone
makes
like
mistakes defensively.
I think Arsenis can shut down a Trincão or something on that side. Don't you think? On the left back side.
Maybe some days.
Trincão's been looking good.
Yeah.
Been looking good.
Either way, we got some 2 big games coming up, so we'll see how the team does
Yeah.
there. And next Monday will be
Huge
a
games.
big what do you call it? Not test, but
Indicator.
indicator of how this team will go into the last half of the season, last
Yes.
quarter.
So while you guys pummeled Portimonense, Porto played Gil Vicente, 1-1 draw. An Evan Nielsen goal as his penalty gets saved and he gets his rebound there. Gets equalized in the 94th minute by a flying Luciano header.
Oh, the Flying Luciano brothers.
Luciano. Yeah, Wendell and Diogo Costa just didn't really have that going on that ball coming in. Sergio tries to make a double pivot work in Barcelos. New center back Otavio still looking great there. And yeah, Pep got his head bitten into by their Gil Vicente man there. They
Yeah.
had to wear a little cap all game.
Took a bite out of his head.
Yeah, apparently.
Little cap, little do-rag, yeah.
Yeah.
Swim cap, if you will.
Yeah, so he was all bandaged up there with a little hat. The other guy was getting his teeth looked at, and you're like, oh, okay.
I'd rather just have to bandage up my head than get my teeth looked at,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
You need your teeth.
Yeah.
You
A
know
little-
who should wear a swim cap?
Who?
Chico Conceição.
Oh, why that?
For
He's
diving.
a little diving bitch.
No. He's just not that strong.
I back to the point about the teeth and the head. I agree because getting your teeth like damaged or like kicked in or like headed into your mouth, that's expensive and painful. And you
Yeah.
got to eat and stuff. Little scratch on the head, it bleeds a lot because there's a lot of like blood on your head. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Who cares?
Depends
You
how
can't
hard-
even see it.
No,
Depends how hard your brain works, I guess. But
you know about the skull, right? Like there's like a skull in between your.
yeah.
Okay.
But if your
What?
brain is working hard, it's gonna drag more blood up there, right? Against gravity.
Ooh.
Ooh, Evan has one of those soft skulls,
Battle of the nerds. Here.
like a baby.
Yep. Yeah, we tried to go with the double pivot with Eustáquio and Varela there. It's not the most creative soccer we got, sadly.
What about Varela?
Varela's fantastic, but he's more defensive. And then, I don't know, Eustáquio, I think he does drive forward. He did score a goal that got called off for a foul on the goalie by Wendell. He was all up in the goalie's face, so that didn't count. He was he took part in winning the penalty. He passed the ball off to Pep, but I don't know. It's tough to find him there. Ivan Jaime also out there, and like I don't know. I didn't notice him too much. I wasn't like paying attention to Jaime, but like there was no point where I was like, oh, that guy's killing it. I don't know. We're lacking in attacking spark. That's for sure.
Not
I
gonna be
mean,
an
to
attacking.
bring in another swimming analogy, you guys are kind of treading water, if you will.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
A lot of treading.
Conceição out of ideas. Does he not know what he's doing anymore? Are we just too busy by the UCL?
You're out there without a paddle.
Was it CD Barros or FC Porto 1992 said he's more of a, what's the word?
Walnut.
No. He's more of a motivator than he is a tactician.
Nah.
Now, I don't know enough about managing or football or anything to decipher if he's more of a motivator or a tactician. But it seems like those guys knew. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't agree with that. I think he knows what he's doing. He's not just a motivator. As much as he is a motivator, he will press those motherfuckers to work hard. But yeah, I don't know. Like in Portugal, it might just be the anti-jogo. They can't do it.
Yeah, he's lacking a little a player like Otavio who went to
Nasser.
Saudi
Al Nassr?
Arabia
Yeah.
to unlock those defenses.
Yeah. No, Otavio almost scored this game, actually. Top of the box. Took a nice shot. Got headed away. But again, looking great.
Hey, the result would have been fine. Except for at the last minute.
Yeah.
That was an incredible goal. He finds the guy
Yeah.
at far post, just dives over everyone, bang, headers it in over Diogo Costa, who's growing out his hair now. Everyone
Yes.
noticed that he's growing out his hair? I noticed in the interview for the Arsenal game that people were quoting him because he said, remember he said, they have to show us if they are favorites in this competition. They're going to have to show us their favorites.
Yeah.
And everyone was
And all
like,
the comments were,
who does-
"Who is this beautiful man?"
yeah, exactly. Who is this fucking guy?
No,
Why
yeah,
isn't
they
he a
were mean.
model? Why? Who does he think he is?
Yeah.
And then they end up winning, which I always love those little
Oh.
Portuguese moments. Don't those feel good, Evan?
Of course.
Yeah.
When the Arsenal shit talking happens, like just following it all week and being like, you shut up now. You guys lost, you stupid dum-dums. But yeah, it's like, how did we beat Arsenal? Outplay Arsenal. We outplayed Arsenal, and then we fucking tied Gil Vicente in
well,
Barcelos.
The answer is Gil Vicente is bigger than Arsenal.
Oh, fine.
You guys ran into a way bigger team on the weekend.
The problem is ego. You let it get to you, all right? You beat Arsenal. You think you're on top of the fucking world. You're not. You still got to come home and do your job, all
Yeah.
right?
It's
Yeah.
a little bit
You
of
gotta go down and
maybe
play.
a little bit draining, yeah. To beat Arsenal, you're a little tired, and you think, oh, this one's going to be an easy one. And it wasn't even an easy one for Evan Nielsen. He got his penalty saved. We
Yeah.
forget about that. He got his penalty saved.
Mhm.
Came back to him, luckily, and he potted in the rebound.
Was
Yeah,
it
you're
Andrew,
lucky.
I think.
You're lucky even to have a goal.
Yeah, you're lucky to have
Yeah,
a goal.
that wasn't even supposed to be a goal.
Damn it.
What about Galeno? Was he not cooking?
They started Jaime.
Oh, he didn't start.
No, Galeno didn't start. He came on later.
Give him a
but
little break.
That's your cooker.
I know.
Ego, yeah, the brilliant mind of Galeno. You got to let him rest now.
Pressure cooker.
Yeah.
His head was almost bleeding for how
Yeah.
much this guy was thinking.
Yeah.
too.
He
Talking
needed,
so much about head bleed.
he
today.
needed a do-rag, too.
Do you
Not
think-
only do not trust our opinions on football, science, the human body. What are we talking about?
The head actually bleeds a lot because the skin is thin on your head.
That's true, but not because you're thinking more. That you start bleeding, blood starts gushing out of your head.
I think, but if you do have a cut on your head and you start to think a lot, a little piece of blood will spurt out.
I don't think.
Go to the next game, man. My head's going to start bleeding right now.
All right, to the table.
Thank you.
Benfica still in first, only by 2 points now. Sporting game in hand will jump them when that eventually happen, or when they eventually catch up. Yeah, Porto in third, Braga in fourth. Braga just 3 points back of Porto.
Bragga's coming for you.
That they are.
So if the Sporting wins this game, they'll still pass us.
Yeah.
All right, that's all right now.
Yep. But we got to see what happens next weekend when Porto and Benfica face off.
Yeah, it's a huge game.
Ooh, where are we going to watch that game?
Bomb.
You want to say it on here?
Yeah, sure.
I think we'll be at Rosa Branca for this one.
Branca for that one. All right.
And all you Toronto cats will be out there if you want to come join
Oh,
us.
a meet and greet is what you want to do.
Meet and
Ah,
greet. Come on out.
there'll be no signings. There'll be no selfies.
No.
We're strictly there for business.
And we'll be there at the table commenting on the game, and you have to sit on the side and.
No, 100%. If you bring that magazine, I will sign it.
Hey, we gotta find one for ourselves first. But yeah, how do we think that game's gonna go? Porto win 4-0.
I'm worried.
Hell no,
me
man.
too.
Porto stink.
Porto.
But Yeah, Benfica's got to find their groove in that like 5 minutes they scored 3 goals.
Yeah, exactly. If we can play like that, I think we'll be okay. But the thing about Porto is they always up their level against us. We just can't
They have the gotta.
like always. We can't get pulled into their shithousery. We gotta just, play within ourselves.
See, Porto struggle against these bum-ass teams that suck. But when they play Arsenal, they're like, oh, finally some good competition. We know how to play these guys.
Well,
and then when they play a team like Benfica, they're like, okay, let's meet them halfway.
It's gonna be interesting because they both played like a European League last week. They both played on the weekend, and now they're both off until the next week, right? So they're gonna have 2 full rested teams.
Yeah. We're gonna be both be focused up, but
Yeah.
it should be wild. In the Dragão, no less, right?
Yeah.
in the Dragão.
There might be flares. There might be elements of danger. There might be elements of danger at Rosa Branca.
Yeah.
I hope there's not at Rosa Branca, but there might be elements of danger in Porto.
There's always elements of danger at Rosa Branca.
Gotta
That's
watch
why
our
we
backs,
Go
yeah.
there.
The Bloods and the Crips are going at it.
Yes.
All right, that's it's looking testy. I'm excited. All right, Premier League, England. Liverpool win the Carabao Cup with a late-headed goal in the 118th minute against Chelsea. VAR making several close calls to deter goals on both sides.
It was pretty stupid. Did you see the first
Some of
the
them were-
disallowed
some of
goal
them were
for
so close.
Van Dijk's disallowed
Yeah.
goal? That was dumb.
He made it up. He got one late.
Yeah.
Why is everyone injured? Liverpool had like 12 injured guys they couldn't play.
Yeah, it was bad. And you know what's funny? I saw a clip of like when he scored the winning goal. It's Darwin Núñez like comes, jumps, runs off the bench, hops a fence and stuff. I'm like, how is this guy injured? Just let him play.
I saw
If
that,
He
yeah.
can do all that. Let the man play.
He jumped down 3 steps.
Yeah,
a
like,
bunch of steps.
Hurdle the fence.
Hurdle.
Darwin's never won a Carabao Cup before.
Well, now he has.
Yep. Klopp getting a nice little piece of silverware before he leaves.
Yeah.
Didn't he say something like this was the most important trophy of his career or something?
I don't remember that. Well, you know what? It's cool that all those young kids got to win a trophy. I thought that was, and if you're a Chelsea fan, man, you gotta be so embarrassed. That is like pathetic. There's strikers. The game came on. There's like those huge banners on like the field, and there's like all those Chelsea players. I'm like, these guys all fucking suck.
Yeah.
They don't deserve to even be on a banner.
Nicholas Jackson.
Jackson, what's the other guy? Their striker,
Palmer?
Nick
Palmer.
Jackson
Gallagher?
and Cole Palmer.
Who's that, Gallagher? That guy
Yeah.
stinks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly, we'll go back to Liverpool in a moment, but Enzo lost. I'm happy about that. I'm wearing my Benfica Enzo jersey today. Now, I don't know which one I would be happier about. I'd be happier about whichever one makes him matter. So do you think it makes him matter to go all the way to the final of this and lose in the final? Or if he had just been knocked out early? Which one do you think he'd be more upset about?
That's the only thing they had this season. That's
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
thing they had.
I think he's pretty pissed that he
think-
lost this.
I
Yeah.
think the final hurts a lot more.
It hurts more?
Do you see when he was walking up the stairs and that guy called him out and he was
Yeah.
ready to fucking
Oh, yeah.
fight him?
I'm glad that that's what happened.
Fight
That he
the
didn't get
sh-
knocked out early. That he made it all the way to the final. See, to me, I feel like misery is more like he doesn't even make the final. They lose in like the 4th round.
Yeah.
But he made the final of the shittiest cup you can make, and then he lost that shitty cup.
Yeah, I think that's
So
pretty
pretty
great.
good, yeah.
As the only chance of silverware he had.
$1 billion later and Chelsea still can't win.
They lost a bunch of 18, 19-year-old subs.
Oh, it was brutal.
Where's
man.
that Indian Chelsea guy on Instagram?
No,
I gotta see.
Oh, he's good, man.
I gotta see him now. That guy's probably so angry he can't even make a post right now.
Probably fine.
I hope he's still alive after
alive.
watching that.
After yesterday Carabao Cup final, why Pochettino is not yet sacked? Or why is he not in the contention of getting sacked? I really don't understand. He should be sacked in the tunnel. After yesterday's performance, we have lost to under 21 and under 18s of Liverpool team. And he's talking about there is no comparison between Chelsea and Liverpool. You cannot compare Chelsea and Liverpool.
Oh my god.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was all worth it.
If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be just as mad. Yeah.
Blood is shooting out of that guy's brain. I'll tell you that. But let's keep talking about Liverpool. You're happy with what happened?
I mean, you gotta be. I'm not happy with the current state of the team because they're injury ridden and it's gonna be a really tough hill to climb. But
What about Simicast putting Van Dijk's legs over his own shoulders, almost like he was gonna give him a good scene too.
Yep.
That was good. Yeah, he put him in missionary.
Yeah.
No, missionary over the
Legs
shoulders.
over, yeah.
Simicast, weird guy. He seems dangerous all the time. Lots of elements of danger around him as well.
Hey, Greeks
Yeah.
are into that stuff.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
That's
true.
right.
Trying
The
to go
Greeks.
Greek there, yeah.
But yeah, in terms of VAR, like, when are we gonna stop looking at like a hairpin offside? I feel like it's getting ridiculous.
The hairpin offside is crazy, and the thing with, and I felt like I was watching like an American football game. Like they're calling like pass interference. Like the guy didn't throw an elbow or like run into him. He literally just stood there. Like,
Oh, NBC Sports was all over this. This
Oh,
was all over Peacock, I bet.
oh my god, it was pathetic.
Yeah, it's weird. But anyways, congrats to Liverpool.
Yeah, congrats to them.
Congrats to
Congrats to
them.
them.
Marco Silva's Fulham beat out Man United 2-1. A late winner coming from Iobi. Maguire thought he tied it in the 89th.
Maguire thought he tied it. Dallo hit a long shot from far out the box, hit the post. He thought he could have won it. What else happened? Adama Traore had a nasty run at the end of the game to assist the winner. I don't know
Yeah,
if you saw it.
saw that
Yeah.
run.
Like kicked the
He's
ball
amazing.
around a defender, ran around him. So nice.
Bruno goes viral for rolling around there after trying to win that free kick. I mean, probably just a little bit too much spotlight on it, but, you know.
Yeah, he's been kind of off form lately, but Bruno is sort of like
Embarrassing.
he's a little embarrassing. He's always been like that. This is nothing new for us Portugal
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah, we see.
But you know what? He's off form. We have an international break coming. He'll probably score like 3 goals in one game over there. So then he'll just all be happy. But the loss of form, I think, in this time of year is like just expected. It's like no one really cares about work right now. They just can't wait for summer. It's like everyone's just like everyone's just waiting for spring. You know?
Must be nice.
I'll tell you something.
Dog days.
There's something I did like about Bruno Fernandes. Like they were trying different attacks, different approaches, and like nothing was happening. And then Bruno, I think in the last like 15, 20 minutes of the game, he was just like firing shots on net from far out,
What I
trying to
love
get
to see,
rebounds
baby.
and stuff. So it was like, you know, he's creating different chances, different offensive chances.
Get bucks
and
on
stuff.
net.
Yeah, so you know, like that's for a Portugal international
Like that
viewer.
is
That's
heated.
like something positive to see, right?
True.
You got a bit of a game changer there.
Wolves beat Sheffield in a 1-0 thanks to a goal from Sarabia. They've won 8 of their last 10 games.
Wolves are on fire. Woo! They're not so Portuguese anymore, but they
Yeah.
are on fire.
We're not backing them so much because they don't have as much Portuguese guys.
What do
We
you say that-
should look at their next few games, and Justin can predict how
I was
many
just
games they're going to
say,
win.
Should I call a run? No, I'm not calling Wolves runs
Hey,
anymore. They're
let's
not
let-
Portuguese enough.
No, this is your Wolves
let's
run
let
corner.
Evan call it. Let's let
Okay.
Evan call it.
What? Let's see. Let's see who they're up against.
Classic segment.
Brighton,
Brighton?
that's a win.
Loss.
Newcastle hasn't been playing that well. They just lost to Arsenal. That's a win.
Okay, they're gonna
Fulham?
lose.
They're gonna lose the Portuguese derby against Fulham.
Okay, so they'll win that one.
Then they'll beat Bournemouth and they'll lose to Aston Villa for sure. Because
Okay.
Aston Villa is on fucking fire right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
Aston
everyone, you
Villa's
hear
good.
that? Make your betting ticket now. See if you can
Bet
parlay
exactly against Evan.
A win at Brighton, a win against Newcastle, loss to Fulham, win at Bournemouth, and a loss to Villa.
All right,
Write that down. Write that down.
So check back on March 31st
Do
or
the
April
opposite.
1st.
Yeah, bet the opposite on all those games, and you'll be rich. But yeah, Liverpool's still in the lead there. 26 games. No one game in a hand. Just
No.
Tottenham, and that doesn't matter because they are Tottenham. All right, moving on to Italy. Even last week we were wrong. We said Leao's been having a stinker of a season.
He has, though.
Well, he was
weren't
due.
wrong
He was
about
due for a
that.
good goal.
He was due for a good game. Man of the match performance. Best performance of the season, apparently.
I think more likely he heard what we said. he said the Portugal corner is getting on me. I
think I suck.
He said first they were ripping up my clothing and my
Yeah.
video I did. Now they say I'm not playing well.
yeah.
Yeah.
He wants.
And he
our-
read the magazine.
He wants our respect, and I think that's why he turned it on, right, Chris?
Good.
Yeah, good. It's about time he started.
What a
listening.
goal, though! And there's a lot of competition for that position, in Portugal. If he's not, he might. They're gonna take him to the Euro, but he might not start if he does not play well.
Yeah.
I still like him on the left wing. He's just so dynamic.
I think there's a chance because he met Kanye. Now he's inspired.
Yes. His mind is open.
Yes.
His third eye is open.
Maybe Kanye didn't exactly know who he was, and
The
he
first
said,
time.
and he said, "Shit, Kanye doesn't know who I am because I haven't been playing well." He's at the game. Kanye West is here.
Impressed, yeah.
He didn't invite me to an after party. Watch this.
He did it for the after party.
Yeah.
So I can go to the after party.
And he said, "Watch this." So that's just how easily he can turn things on and off, right? I'm
Also-
just trying to put myself in.
And there's a lot of
Rafa's
good
shoes.
fashion business opportunities after the after party.
But what's
Yeah.
this mixed messaging that Kanye is sending by hanging out with Rafael Leao but using Inter supporters for his album? What's that about?
That's easy.
He's a man of the people.
He's American.
Doesn't care.
American players. You hang out with the Mets guys. You hang out with the Yankees guys. You hang out with the Clippers guys. You hang out with the Lakers guys.
Okay.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
New York Giants sweater with a San Francisco Giants hat.
Classy.
That's fucking. What's that in?
Van Damme. What's
Van Damme movie. Yeah.
Yeah, great goal. Deekson down the side, pops it in, blasting the side netting. Beautiful.
I mean, pops it in is taking it lightly.
Pop
He
it.
smashed it.
Smashed it, drilled it.
but yeah, that was only a 1-1 game. You couldn't do any more. Couldn't win it. You need to win that game though. You gotta take it by the honchos.
He's only
Should.
one man,
Yeah.
He is against Atlanta. I guess we didn't bring it up in the beginning, but that's who Sporting got. Sporting has
Yes.
Atalanta. I said Atlanta. Sorry, I was
For
in
like-
my American sports
For like the
thing.
third time or something. They keep playing Atalanta.
They were in the group, I think, in the group phase as well.
Yeah.
Rafael Leao should make a show called Atalanta.
But yeah, what I was going to before, where it's like, who else is going to take the left wing though? João Felix hasn't been playing. Diogo Jota's injured. Like, who else is going to take it from him?
Neto.
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 Neto and João Felix will come back, and as will Rafael Leao. We got a few more months till the end of the season. You'll see some guys turn it up towards as we get close to the Euro, I think.
In Martinez, we trust.
Yeah.
Yep. Italy going through the motions, waiting for Inter to be crowned champs. They're basically running away with it. Tejan Buchanan starting to make appearances with late substitutions there.
He's doing little bits,
Little bits
little
there.
touches, little details.
They're grooming him.
Oh, I don't know if I'd use that word.
No, they're grooming him in the good way.
I guess,
why
yeah.
can no
To
one
be
be
a-
groom?
to be a
Groom could be
success.
good. Groom is good for most of the time.
Yeah.
Grooming in a good way. Yeah.
And now everyone only thinks of grooming as in the bad way. But you can be groomed for a role in a good way. Like, we're grooming him.
For
We're
success.
setting him up for this successful role. He's going to make a lot of money.
You're right. You should say that more.
Yeah, I will be saying it more. Your dog, you want it to be clean. We're grooming him. We're grooming the dog.
You can groom yourself. You
That's
trim
right.
down.
Yeah, I shaved my beard. I groomed myself.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Canadian Twitter soccer is getting a little boring with like just waiting for Buchanan to like make a late sub, and you're like, this isn't exciting. Like, let's score a goal or
Well, it's
something.
not
Well-
the only thing we're waiting for. They're also waiting for Alphonso Davies to be transferred to Real Madrid. That's like the big
Hala
news.
Madrid. Yes,
Hala.
that is big news. Apparently, they agreed to contracts, but
I heard personal terms today,
Yeah.
but it all depends on the
knows?
transfer fee.
who knows? Nuno Mendes returns to the field. PSG tie Rennes in a 1-1 game. Gonzalo Ramos scores a 97th minute penalty to save the Parisians. Portuguese are back in Paris.
So they took off Mbappe because
That's right.
he would have taken the penalty, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like right there they subbed it for Gonzalo Ramos, and as well, I think that they're kind of like it's like a revenge sub. They're pissed off at Mbappe for leaving,
And they should be.
Yeah.
and so they're like, you know what?
Play him less.
The league is already settled, right?
Yeah.
It's not like Champions League. It's like the league's settled. Who cares? Just get off. Just get off the field. We gotta They even said we're trying to learn to live without Mbappe, right?
That picture looks like Mbappe went for the handshake, and Gonzalo Ramos just pat him on the back and say, "All right, get the hell out of my way, now, please."
In Saudi midweek in the Asian Champions League, Al Nassr beats Al Faya 2-0 goals by Ronaldo and Otavio.
Oh, you gotta be happy about that.
Hey, Portuguese there, boy. On the weekend, Al Nassr takes on Al Shabab. They win 3-2. Ronaldo with a penalty and Talisca with a brace.
Kind of a chintzy penalty, but Ronaldo got it. He scored it, popped it in that bottom corner.
Did the Serenity or Sue? Can't remember. I think he's used them both this week.
I think that one he sued.
Yeah.
I think he was sued because those Al Shabab. I guess Al Shabab is one of our big rivals. Well, we hate Al Shabab.
They're mid-table Shabab.
They're mid-table Shabab.
Okay.
See, Mourinho wanted to go there, and he said, "No, mid-table,
That's a mid Shabab.
mid-Shabab."
And so he was getting it from the fans. They only know how to humiliate. They don't know how to cheer for their own team. They only know how to cheer against the team, and they're just giving him Messi because they know it irritates them, and he gives them a pounding signal coming out of his dick area that I just fucked you.
Pounding with the dick, yes.
Yes.
Well, it's better than his sign of the cross one, which almost got him murdered.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would be careful with that. Tread lightly.
They'll get you murdered down there.
I think, didn't someone do the Serenity celebration in Portugal? Aziz?
Aziz.
Wow, we love Aziz here.
Aziz did it, baby.
Before we move on, should we also mention that Ruben Neves went vintage and kind of stonked this week?
Oh, he stunk so hard this week.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh my goodness.
Classic Ruben Neves.
I miss him on Wolves.
I know.
He was someone to watch.
I hope he returns to Europe after this Al Hilal stint.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
I could see him being in Spain or Italy, one of the slower kind of technical leagues.
He
Yeah.
had to make this money for his kids, his 10 kids.
That's
yeah,
right.
he's got a big family.
It's true. I forgot how many kids he has.
Yeah, and he's like 25, and he's
Yep.
He's a sneaky young. He's still in his 20s.
yeah.
Because he's so hairy.
Right.
All right, bring him back. Local lads, TFC versus Cincinnati as the Messi League soccer kicks off for another season.
Great tie.
0-0.
Yeah, that's how they needed to start.
Perfect. That's what we wanted. Italians are still out there.
Yep.
I
I think they're committed for now.
I guess they have to be.
They have to be.
Get that paycheck.
I like what
Ruben
you have
Neves.
here. Messi League Soccer.
Yes.
MLS. Messi League. Has anyone ever heard this before? I think we're the first. I think
just-
we're breaking news on this
I
one.
just broke it.
Did you make that up?
I did.
Nice. Smart guy.
Yeah.
Your head is not bleeding.
No, not
Or
yet.
it already bled.
But yeah, season was not opened by Columbus, who were the champions. It was opened by Inter Miami.
Yeah, it looks like they were about to lose until the last minute when Barca just decided, Barca. Inter Miami decided, I think we'll
Yeah.
score now and
Yeah,
tie
that's
it
it.
up.
Those jabronis. I don't know. I'm not excited about the MLS at all. I know one little bit of me is excited.
Well,
Wow, I like TFC. I would like to go to some games.
TFC, I'd love to go to TFC. TFC. Yeah.
For the boys
on the field. For the boys on the field.
And we gotta make sure we go early so we can sing that song.
Yeah.
That song.
We're
doesn't
like the
get-
only ones that sing
It
it.
doesn't get played into the game. It gets played before the game.
Yeah.
The home opener is coming up in like 2 weeks or something. Kind of down to go to that.
Let's
Check it
go.
out.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait,
We went last year.
Yep.
Justin got a snowball thrown at him.
I don't want to get hit,
Snowball.
pegged in the back of the head with a snowball again.
Pegged. I was getting pegged there.
Pegged, groomed. Oh,
You
man.
got you got groom pegged at the TFC opener.
In other Toronto teams, York United season starts April 13th in Ottawa, and then 21st of April, home opener against the Hamilton Forge.
Oh, we gotta go to that.
Yeah, we gotta go.
fuck
The
yeah.
countdown's on.
We gotta go.
It's gonna be a banger, baby.
I keep getting these York United hats, York United pants, York United. I can't be a poser. If I don't go to any of the games, I'm a fucking poser.
Wait, are you gonna be dressed head to toe in York United
you
gear?
know it, bro. You know it.
You're gonna pull the scarf down off the
If
wall.
there's
and take
anywhere it makes sense to wear that shit in public, it's there.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
Looking good though.
You're gonna be fully decked out, and people are gonna be like, "I think there's something a little wrong with this guy, a little off."
Nope.
Come support the Mexican Revolution. Bring your nacho masks.
I'm excited.
Ooh,
Yeah.
can we? I'll do it.
Go for it.
Chris doesn't want to be seen at the game.
Not in all those clothes.
Stonk of the week.
Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves.
He's had better in his life. It's one kind of went through the goalie's hands, but hey, everything goes through those
Yeah.
Saudi goalies' hands.
Joan Wonder. Wonder.
I mean,
Hey, last week
Rafa.
Trincao got the drawn wonder. Was
No,
it
Rafa.
Rafa? Okay.
That was largely by the Benfica.
Yeah, we can't put anything up to a vote and have a Benfica player on there. The Benfica player is going to win.
Yeah, it was a
It was a
rough one.
mistake to put on Rafa.
Because
in
now
the
he
end.
actually deserves it. That's the thing.
Right.
This is the week.
Yeah,
where
he
it's like-
does actually deserve it.
But the thing
we
about
love
it,
Travella's here.
yeah, but we can just do whatever we want. If you want to rescind the one from last week, give it a Trincao.
No,
put
it's
Rafa
done.
This
It's
week.
You
done.
can't
Evan-
take. We
Evan
already sent him the trophy. You can't take it back.
Evan made the post, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are really what do you call it? Sticklers. You guys are sticklers.
This is a serious trophy.
Yeah, Justin.
It only gets handed out once every single week.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rafael Leao, one of those guys on Estoril probably. But yeah,
What about Gustavo Sa?
Gustavo San, Famalicão. No, they lost. I think
Oh, he was cool though.
it was cool.
Rafa got what? 2 goals and an assist?
Yeah,
That's big.
that is big.
That's big.
Oh.
Anna Travella.
Travella assist, Travella goal.
Oh, double Travella.
Okay.
I'll give it to Rafa.
Yeah, there's no way around.
I'm
it.
not even a Benfica guy. I'll give it to Rafa.
Yep.
It was sick. Yeah.
I like seeing that. He's a Portuguese guy first and foremost, and I want to see that on my team.
Yeah. He took the gloves off in Toulouse.
Yep.
Didn't do much, but
Thanks once again for listening. Hit us up on the social at Portugal_Corner on X, at Portugal Corner on Insta. Join us on Patreon. Listen to the after show. We are also on Pama Talk and on YouTube. Email us at theportugalcorner@gmail.com. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Take 1 minute to leave a rating and review. Check out the oldies. And yeah, we going to go record the after show.
After show.
all right. Oh, that's